Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and today I'm going to be taking you through my day in April. So it's the 30th of April, the last day of April. Definitely did leave it to the very last minute, but I'm going to take you through what I get up to in a day. So whatever actually happens, even though it's not really going to be a typical day in April because normally we spend it mostly at tillage. But yeah, today and yesterday was the first two wet days that we've had. So it brings up a different few jobs. But anyways, might be a typical day in April, but it's still a day in April, even though you'll probably be watching this not in April, doesn't matter. So the first job I have to do is today's video. So today is a Thursday. I need to have my video up. So I was up until 1:30 last night editing this one. So I just gotta double check, make sure it's all okay, and then upload it to YouTube. So you'd have already seen this now. So I double check, make sure this is okay, and then something wrong with my computer. Oh, yeah, no, it's working now. Have you fleas, Bertie? I'm doing an awful lot of scratching there. He spends every night inside. I must have forgot to cut, I forgot to cut the music and there's over a minute of a tail. That's what you get for editing at 1:30 last night. Another job that I have to do now, didn't expect to do. Anyways, I'll get this video uploaded. So while I'm working away on my YouTube stuff in the morning, I have my breakfast, which consists of rice cakes and coffee. And that's nearly a guarantee every morning, unless I forget to go up and my father's beeping the horn of the Jeep outside the window. The other days I don't have rice cakes and coffee for breakfast. But also, to get my video uploaded, I have to leave my phone in the window there to get the hotspot 3G. Why it's in the windows? Because the window's the only place we can get 3G in this house, or flat, or whatever you want to call it. So I get uploaded, pop in all the information, and then I'll have to trim it when it's up to get rid of that minute of a tail of music that I forgot to edit over last night. Fun days, fun days. So video done. It's gonna take 2 hours and 10 minutes to upload. So when I say done, all I've done is just buying the name, scattering straw, and doing mid-till or plough, and all the other details. But some of the things I can't get done is I can't put end screens on it or cards in it because it needs to have uploaded and processed, and then you can do it, but I can't do it on my phone, so I have to do it on the computer. But I don't get to go back onto the computer normally until the end of the day, and then the video doesn't get up. So I end up that it's published as soon as it's finished. It publishes. That's why videos can often be at odd times in the morning. They're never really one time. When I used to put them up at 7 AM in the morning, you'd edit. So this, if I used to do it for this video, this is a Thursday, so I'd edit on a Tuesday night and then upload on a Wednesday night, and then I had it scheduled. I had published at the right time, but I can't do that anymore. It just does its own thing when it goes up, and then I have to rush back inside to make sure that I have my mid-roll ads in the right places, and a few other things are okay, because I need every little penny I can get off every video. So anyways, that's it. I finished my coffee, and then we bait on out to the great outdoors and see what we're going to do today. There you go, Bertie. So now, normally I wouldn't have my overalls. Actually, yesterday's the first day of my overalls on in nearly a month because we've had such great dry warm weather. But now that it's wet, it's a bit cold, and we're going at Slurry today. We're contracting Slurry to go empty a 3-bay tank in Leitrim, lovely Leitrim. So that'll be probably the main day's work, going out there to do that. Ooh, bring my drone now. No, I'll come back in for my drone because I have to get my phone, and when I'm in getting that, my phone and that, I'll bring the drone, and if anything happens during the day where it's not raining and there's the perfect opportunity, I'll pop up the drone. Now something that's quite unusual is I'm out before my father. He's normally at 8 o'clock, he's out waiting in the Jeep for me. He never says anything if I spend an extra 5 or 10 minutes working on all videos, getting them up and that. But he's not out, so it's just the rain. He probably said he'd have a bit of a lie-in. 3690, unfortunately, as you can see there, it's outside. Because the harrow is on it, and don't worry, want to take it off, it doesn't really fit into any of the sheds. And also, there's our calves. So, yeah, I need to empty that trough and get them some meal. So, they're the ones that are off milk. We've moved across that side. I don't know whether you've seen that video or not yet. The other calves that side, we actually had, there should be 40 calves there, but there's only 38 because they got the gate down up there, and next thing I knew, I had 3 in the yard. But they didn't really get down, they got open and 3 got out, and they're in the yard. And I started walking them back out the yard, and you know what little bastards did? They got to one of the low spots in the wall, and they did a racehorse, and 2 of them jumped across it. So there's only 38 there now, but that's neither here nor there. We'll get in, we'll go check the feeders first, get some milk and meal for them, and yeah, that's the first job that has to be done. Here we are inside the cow shed now. Look, the calves there feeding. Might actually knock down a bale of straw and bed them up because it is wet. Do a bit of fresh bedding. Do they need meal? Yeah, they need meal, so we'll get them a lock of meal. Also, we run through numbers on the feeder, see that everyone fed decent yesterday. If they didn't, then we have to put them in. So, yeah, I'll hold a bow bag and milk replacer. So, also, because my father's now up, I should have time now. I have another batch of calves coming off the feeder. Oh well, starting to reduce the amount of milk, and I'll run through the numbers to make sure that they're okay to start coming down off milk. And I might just do another check of some of the calves that I put back on milk and make sure that they're coming down nicely or need to go back. It's just management, Anyways, I get to doing that. I don't really need to show you what I'm doing and explaining it because I'm pretty sure I've nearly showed you everything that I'm already about to do. So yeah, we'll go get some meal and fill this up and go check them calves. So I just was walking across putting the meal and I seen this Electrolyte Plus box. We had it actually, we're using it as a tub for giving the cattle minerals when we were vaccinating them for the second time. But anyways, the Celac Electrolyte Plus, it got Celac sent it out to me to use it, see what I thought of it, and I have to say it did exactly what it said in the tin. A couple of calves, not in this shed, in the other shed, a bit of an issue with his cow after they were dehorned. We don't know whether it was the dehorning or there was the stations had got a bit dirty, the bowls and that. We cleaned up everything and went away. We had a couple of calves got a bit dehydrated and had to give it to. And one thing I can say about it, after they got it, one only had a once, and we had 2 that could have got stomach tubes 4 or 5 times over the space of 3 or 4 days. But one thing I can say about it, it definitely did exactly what I said in the tin, did the job of an electrolyte. But the calves afterwards, when they come to again, they had a huge appetite. Jeez, you had no comfort in the shed with them running around after you and mad drinking, and just really did come to well. But anyways, that's enough about that. Peg in some meal and we'll go check out that straw. Now, the next job all these numbers here. These are the last of the calves to come off, start to come off milk. After this, every calf in the shed has started to come down off milk, except for the ones I have to put back on. So well, I have two jobs really. So go around, check all them numbers, see how they're doing, and go around and check all the other calves and write down any numbers I'm not happy with, so that I can put them back on, give them more milk. You can't just take a calf off milk that's just not ready. So I'll start into going around and doing them. I'll start with the shed and then I'll have to go outside and do them. So just have all the calves checked. So I have quite a few now. I'd say about a third, between a quarter and a third of the calves that are starting to come down off milk, need to stay on it. And then I have, I'd say 10 calves, maybe 12, that had already been put back on milk. They need to go back. It's kind of a cycle that they get into, and it can be hard enough to get some of them out of it, but it just has to be done. You take them off too early. If they do make it, they're not going to be a whole lot of good to you, and the most likely outcome is they won't make it if you take them off before their time. So that's a bit annoying, but mortality rate is still low, very very low compared to other years for us, so that's a good thing. So we'll try and keep it like that. So yeah, my father's just after driving into the yard there, heard the Jeep rattling out while I was coming out here, and also you can hear the calves roaring across the lawn. The reason for that, there was two calves when we were sorting the calves out for what was going across that didn't go the right way and jumped across, so they got taken off milk early. There was nothing wrong with them, they were ready to come off, but they're just, because they've come off early, they didn't really get weaned, so they're a bit annoyed about that. But they'll be all right, they're still doing well. Check, that's why they're that size, so we can check them every day to make sure, to be sure everyone's going okay. So I just have to input this stuff into the feeder now to make sure everybody's on the right page, and then go check the other feeder. So just into the other shed now. I bedded these down yesterday because of the rain, just so they'd have somewhere nice to go in. So we rattle through these numbers. There's nothing major to be done here. There's only one batch of calves coming off milk, the rest are a couple of days away. This shed isn't, I don't know, we just had some trouble with this shed. Some of the calves kind of went backwards after being dehorned. We think it was just to dehorn and put them backwards for whatever reason. Just left them that bit stressed, left them that bit hoping. But it's a bit of a mixed bag, this shed, but definitely not doing as well as the other shed. But look, there's not much we can do. Just hope that everything gets off. We have 5 or 6 calves there are dodgy enough, but hopefully now they come over. Hopefully. So just check this feeder, fill up a milk, run through it, bag of meal, and yeah, that's really it. Then we'll get on to something else. So just have the feeder checked and check through all my numbers, have it full and meal in, and all my numbers are fine. Even the sickly ones that we normally have to look at every day, everything is fed at least once so far today, which is great, particularly this early in the morning. It's good to see. So we'll just have a walk around, look through the calves, make sure everything's okay. One calf I want to show you in particular, he's a bit odd, and a bit of a story to it as well, but let's just have a walk around, check the calves. So here's the calves. They're respecting their single tape now. They just had to get that galloping off them, and there was manners behind them, so there should be manners on them now for the rest of the year, hopefully. But they're working away there nicely. Everyone looks okay out there. I don't see anyone lying down. So yeah, everything seems okay in here at the minute. So I'll just show you this one calf now. He's, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, but when we were TB testing, he was quite bad. He got hit with what I call a double whammy. He got a scour and a pneumonia, so he was quite bad. The vet went over to look on him when we were TBing and had a checkup on him. Here he is here, 1898. You can see he always keeps his tongue sticking out the side of his mouth, but he was very bad now, and the vet gave him some stuff and left us some stuff to give him, and we gave it to him, and the vet wasn't happy with him, didn't think he was going to make it, and that was because, well, I can't really show you because he's lying down. I don't want to pull him up, but his ribs are all, I don't know what you could say, injured, dented. Whether We don't know what happened, whether he was just a calf that was born that way, his ribs aren't right, his whole rib cage isn't right, or whether he got on a stampede some of the days he was sick, because the calf had been sick 2 or 3 days beforehand, and whether some of the calves in a fit of a gallop drove across him and broke his ribs, we don't know. But his ribs definitely aren't right. You can run your hand across the ribs and you can feel it goes in and it goes out, and it's just nasty. But he's doing all right at the minute. Actually, the vet had pretty much no hope for him, but he's doing all right. Isn't that right, Sucky? All right. He's drinking fairly greedily and drinking himself now. For it could have been 2 weeks there we were nursing him, but he seems to be reasonably out of the woods. But I wouldn't hold my breath now at the same time. But that's it anyways. Calves are all done. My father is driving in and out there. I don't know what the fuck he's at. So anyways, I'll do the next job which he should have been doing. I'll go push into the cattle, and then I'll go over to the house and see what he's at, because I don't know whether next job is going to spread this bit of slurry, or whether we're spreading slurry for ourselves out in the big field. And it was my mother and father's 25th wedding anniversary yesterday, so we had to quit early. I didn't get all the pipes rolled up, so I have to go back out there and roll up pipes, and also I have to get my brother set up rolling out there. Now that it's rained, the ground should be soft enough to get all nicely smooth in. That's what we're kind of waiting for, so might be setting him up at the same time as well. But first things first anyways, we'll go push into our beef cattle. So now that is pushed into our beef cattle. What's left of them, there's 60 left between bullocks and heifers, and we don't need to talk about the current beef situation. It's diabolical, as bad as everyone thought last year was, with the beef crisis and getting the beam money and all of that whole crack. Everyone thought it couldn't get any worse. Well, it sure as hell got a whole lot worse, and there's absolutely no sign of any compensation or anything. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous even for us now, and we'd be able to keep the thing pretty healthy even in bad situation. Even last year we'd still be doing all right. This year, this time, them heifers and bullocks were killing. If we can we either break even, or we make a small bit, or we lose a small bit. It's diabolical. It's, oh Jesus, the beef trade at the minute, hope to God something changes, because it's really ridiculous at this stage now. It's gone beyond fucking funny. Never really was funny anyways. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I could make a whole video ranting about beef, but we'll go find me father now. That's the morning job's done, except for feeding the cattle. At some stage during the day, one of us will feed the cattle when the other one is doing something more important. Well, I don't really think it's anything more important than feeding the cattle, but anyways, my father should have been doing that rather than driving around. So I'll go out, see can I find him. He could be gone to do the herding around and about, move a few fences, because all our cattle that are out are on paddocks, except for some heifers and bullocks. But anyways, I'll go see can I find them. So there's what my father was doing. He's after bringing out meal to them. They are looking a bit raggy now after the night's rain, but it dries up, weather picks up, they'll dry up and they'll look better, won't he? He will. None of them are dehorned either. We only got one shed dehorned. None of that shed got dehorned. My sisters were to do it, but they're busy with college work now that the colleges and unis are starting to get direct together and getting online courses are done. My father's not here, so I'm gonna have to go get my phone, ring him and see where he is. So I got my father there on the phone. I had to walk in and get my phone and ring him and leave it there. Video still has an hour to upload. So he's gone off, do the herding, and one of the drinkers isn't working where the bulls are at the minute, and he's moved a batch of bulls, so he has to fix that drinker. So I'm going to do the diet feeding while I'm waiting for him to get back. Then we'll have the tea and toast, well it's coffee and toast really, and then we'll go on about doing the middle day, the main day's work. So we'll go do the diet feeding. cattle just fed there now. So just in case you're wondering what we're feeding them is whole crop, rolled barley, and the last of our biscuit meal. That's what they're getting fed. So that's done now. So we're going for the tea and the toast now, and then I think my father and my mother are going to go check some of the out farms, do a bit of herding. I'm going to get my brother set up, roll in the big field, and go down as well and lift the pipes off it. And yeah, so that's the plan at the minute. So slight change in plans. We're going checking cattle before we have coffee, but we're just out here. You may remember, I think it was in the video, the mule goes harrowing, but there's the mini till job there now. You can see, great job even out there. Wait, it's coming up a site. So we'll go and we'll check these cattle out here, check the bulls. So now here's the bulls, and yeah, you know they were a bit distressed with the rain last night. You can see the tramping they did there. So they're ready for a move.
Not even at the moment.
Yeah. So Han! So we just take down this one. Han! Guys. Come on. Just going to herd the other ones, then the next batch of cattle, and we find 2 bucks out on the silage ground. So now we gotta go put them pair of preckeens back. Come on. And they're back where they should be. They have lots of grass there anyways. So here's the next batch of bullocks. So we just have to move them on to the next square, which is very corner of the gap down there. Let them out to the next one, and that's our silage ground out there coming along nicely. Another 2 weeks, 3 weeks we should be cutting. So we'll go move these. But none for the river though. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on. Yeah. We're wet enough out here now, I'd say. Come on, boys. So now this is their next paddock, next move. So get 2 or 3 days out here. They should be going back out there next. That's where they started off, but not a lot of grass now. So we're thinking we might have to give them a paddock on the silage ground to last another week maybe, to get it out. Anyways, so yeah, that's it. That's them moved. So we're just in for tea and toast, but I'm just doing a few little bits on the video that's gone up today. Scattering straw and doing min-till or not, or plough. One of the things you may notice is my thumbnail always changes. This is one of the things. I can't pick a thumbnail till after the video is uploaded, so then I have to go back and get a different thumbnail. So that's what I'm just doing here now, and I think that is the one I will go with, or something similar to that, because everybody likes the 3690, or I do anyways. So yeah, we do that and we have the toast. So now we're just on our way back out, picked up my brother. We have to go down to the field that we're rolling. The rollers are down there. We will go down 3075. We have to bring up the roller, fill it with water and bring it back down. If you're wondering why that is because my uncle that did a bit of harrowing or rohavating with the Ford, the county, he borrowed the roller a week or 2 ago to do a bit of rolling for himself, and he left it in the field for us, but then we need to fill it with water, so we have to go get it. So that's what we're doing now. Isn't that right, bro? Mm-hmm. At least look happy.
Yay! I'm so happy.
So, 75 on our way out for the rollers. Bro is beside me and you better not fall off that seat.
Yeah.
Or I'll get crushed. Isn't that right, bro? Probably. So we're just here now. Brother will back me in, and just so you are aware, please excuse the dirt and the dust of the tractor, as it still hasn't got its tidy up after the winter. We probably won't get it done until we start servicing the silage fleet, which as soon as we get the tillage done, that will be what will be going on next. So we get back in, we'll put this on and we'll bring home and fill it, and then there's our 10-foot roller there, so we'll be rolling 18 foot at a time. Speed the job up. This is one of the fun things about moving the roller without putting it on the lift arms. You gotta take her nice and handy, because you can't be hopping it off the road flying along, or it just damages it. There's no carry wheels, and it's never, we don't like carrying it on the back of the tractor, so we just move around. We don't have too far to go anyways, about a kilometre, so we'll just tip down nice and handy, nice and handy. Right, we got grease gun. Just gotta grease up these bearings while that's filling there. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. So a top tip for these yokelies, the plugs, if you run a bit of grease around them before you put them back in, it makes them a lot easier to take out the next time you need to take them out. Top tip for anyone while we're just waiting for that to fill. So roller filled, waiting on back out to the field now, and then setting this up is not the easiest thing to set up, but we'll have a crack at it anyways, and then I'll have to go around with my brother to lift some stuff out the back of the sticks and stuff that falling down, and leave them at it then. Oh, I was supposed to bring pigtails. I'll bring pigtails with me when I'm going out there with the umbilical system to roll up the pipes, so that when you hit a stone, when you hear the roller go bang over a stone, if there is a stone, that you can stick a pigtail down, and so we can go back with a bar and take the stone out of there, because that's silage ground. Okay, so we'll tip on down in there. Now the fun begins as we try to get these rollers put together and swing the drawbar out, and just a bit of setting up to do now. Hopefully it's not too bad. Now this is all going to be seized. Fuck it anyways. Right, yeah, so this has to swing out, hook up to that. They have to be changed so that bar swings out to there, and then that lines up to that. But just after greasing it there, I'm going to have to get a bar or something, try and get that on seized. So I cannot get that bar swung out, so what we're going to do is we're going to hook it onto the roller and then pull it, and that should free it and pull it away, and then it's a bit tricking to get it to spin round where I need it to put the other bar in place, and then we'll go at the drawbar this one. So yeah, as I said before, fun times, and I've Eric trying to direct me. Now excuse the stick out the window, the dampeners are long gone in this tractor. So here we go, we have it hooked up. The moment of truth. Swing out. Yes, swinging. What way do I need to go? This way? Yeah, to swing out all the way? No. This way? I'll swing out, you bastard. There we go. A couple of jerks.
There?
The pin you have in your pocket.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Yeah. So now, that is our 8-foot roller on. We eventually got it unseized. I have the grease gun with me, so I'll give that another shot, might help it. So now we have to swing the drawbar out to the side. So yeah, this is ready to come up. So we get to swing right over. So that's the next job. That's it. So now we have our rollers together, all set up. So now it's just time to go around and around the field. So I'll do the first round around the field, just because there is a few wet spots, and just to make sure that I have the marks, so bro hopefully won't get stuck in them or drive into them. So happy days. So, right, throw everything in. We got a lot of these sticks fell down off the tree. I may put down the camera, throw them effectively. I'll leave him doing them. There's a few stones back here as well, just from where the cattle were last year, and did a bit of walking and that. Few little, these little boys, they do a lot of damage to the jag, so they would. So just peg them into the hedge. It's the safest place for them. So it is. Safest place for them. So we left this job. There might be, some of you might be saying there might be quite a bit of grass on this. Yeah, there is. But with the weather we've been having, which has been great, I'm not complaining about it, but it's just left this job that was quite dry. Field was dry, and it wasn't going to roll it that way. You can even see there, like, it's still not just rolling it that nice. I might actually slow down a bit. I might give it a bit more time to roll it in, but just a lot of these little pebbles that you can see there, just get rid of them because they do damage. So anyways, we gotta throw these sticks out of the way, and I got the phone call for the spuds there. So when we get these bits gathered, we'll just turn around back to the gate and we'll go for the spuds. So the plan has changed, which usually happens on a daily basis, because it's starting to get on in the day. We need to go at this we have to get rid of 2 more load of slurry for a lad and go on. So we have to go pick up a tanker and agitator where we're spreading yesterday with them. We've put on our 2 load for that farmer, go on then to Leitrim to put out some slurry there and come back. But we're leaving the rolling. Eric's going to do his homework or schoolwork or whatever the teachers are sending to him that he has absolutely no interest in doing. But he's going to go at that, and we'll go back probably. Well, my father will do the agitating, I'll be doing the spreading. So when my father gets back, he'll probably put him back rolling out there. And so far, I've no drone footage got, but maybe we might get a bit while we're spreading slurry. It's raining at the minute, but we'll just have to hope it's not raining when the time comes. But that's the story anyway. So I'm just waiting for my mother and father to come out, so my mother can drop us down to get the tractors, and we can go about the next part of our work, a bit of contracting. But anyways, so that is that for the time being. So now we're just out in where we need to be. Spread a few load of slurry. So my father's going on with the agitator to Bornacoola. Lovely Leitrim to agitate the next tank up, and I have to finish spreading the field here, so 2, 3, 4 load, whatever it takes, and then I'm going. And as you can see behind me, yeah, there's a big lump of shit in this tractor. If I do get the drone up, please excuse the general state of the tractor, as this was spreading dung a week ago. I think it was a week ago. We were spreading dung on tillage ground, getting the piles cleared off so that we could have free rein then to get ploughing and tilling done, and the tractor didn't get washed afterward. And unlike Tom Pemberton and his father keeping overloading the dung spreader, we're behind the opposite side. Let's get every last bit you can into it. So you have less runs to do and you get out of the job quicker, but it's neither here nor there. So we'll start spreading this job up. And if you're wondering why I'm a bit hot, might look a bit groggy or that, because I'm after having to sleep in the back of the van while we were coming down here, because I'm tired, especially after eating the dinner. Oh, you could sleep. You sleep for a week. But anyways, we'll get filling. So we are spreading away there at the minute. My motor lever isn't working at the minute, so I have to hold it. But 100 hours, about 2,000 gallons to the acre. And yes, if you do see behind me, there is water in the pocket of the back of the tractor. The hinges are gone on the window and it's not sealing itself properly. One of the many jobs that has to be done when we start servicing the tractors, which will hopefully be in a week or, well, listen, whenever the tillage is done, that's the next job. That is the next job to be done. So this is all I have to cover now. It's just this field, so that's why I got spread yesterday morning, so there's not too much more left to do. So that is it. That's the field done there now, and we're just out of slurry. Probably could have done with maybe 100 extra gallons just to do that little bit at the gate, but however, it'll do. There's no point coming back out because this is all that needed to be done. So that's us finished here now. So we throw up the pipe and we head on out to Leitrim. So now that's us ready to head on. Something I forgot to say, we're ready with the 6270 and our hydraulic 2500 gallon Abbey tanker. You can see no PTO. Also, I've seen some of you saying before, I thought we traded in the 6270. We did. We have two 6270s. This is the older, yeah, this is just the older one. Without the front links and PTO. So anyways, and also I have to double check with the farmer where we're going next when I get there before I start doing any filming, just to make sure he's happy with it and that I can put up the drone. So all going well, I get to film there. If not, let's just skip on. It's one of the things I have to do when I'm working on farms and I want to film, particularly with the drone. Whatever about just taking up the camera and filming, no one really knows where you are except for a very small amount of people, very small. But when you put up the drone, people can get their bearings a lot easier and know where you are. And it's just, it's best practice to always check with the farmer when you're going out that you can film. So that's one thing I have to do. So anyways, we'll be on out and go see what this next job is going to be like. So we're just in the next farm. Just had to suck up a load to make space so that we can get agitating done. It's a bit too full, so I have to hold the load in that till we see how we get on. I'm giving a quick start from this side. So as obviously I got permission from the farmer to do this. So so the next thing you'll see will be the drone in there and some slurry spreading. I'm running out of battery and space on my memory card, so I'll try and keep it short and sweet as best I can. So yeah, it'll be the drone and it'll be finished, and whatever else I get up to before the end of the day. So 3-bay single shed, that's what it is. 6480 on that agitator. Stirring away. So still here agitating. I don't know how many hours passed. 3 loads spread, going for my second load to bring back into the shed. There's only like 8 load in the tank, but still It's that bloody thick. It's just water. I have to go back to get more water now. Oh, you just gotta love them small cow. You just gotta love cow tanks. Cow tanks that have all them lovely rushes and long grass. They love to keep men busy. That's what they do. Anyways, we'll keep motoring, and maybe we might get finished up before dark. Highly unlikely though. All of a sudden it is dark. I have the light on. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see me. Is this recording right? Yeah, it's recording right. But yeah, yeah, it just such a job getting that tank agitated. It just left that we didn't really get started spreading till late, and now it's 10:20, just after spreading the last of the last load. The pipe is on. Next stop, homebound. Hit my beacon, which is working. See it flashing. So yeah, that's it. So now head home. I'll just keep a track of how long it takes to get home, because I'm in Bornacoola and I think it takes 40 minutes to an hour to go home, but I'm not sure. We'll time ourselves anyways and we'll see how we get on. Now, where the fuck am I going? I gotta turn off this light. Anyways, so yeah, we'll see you next whenever I manage to get home. So just back in the yard, well, driving in the yard now. So exactly 11 o'clock. So it was exactly 40 minutes from Bornacoola to home. So am I finished? Nope, not quite. I have to go check the 2 sheds of calves. Liv has them done, everything done with them. But there's one calf she wasn't happy with, had a sore face and a sore mouth or something I have to go have a look at. And I'll just have a quick ramble through the other shed, make sure everything's okay. And then I can go home and start into the night shift, or my late night shift, or whatever you want to call it. I was starting to do other work that has to be done. So yeah, we'll get parked up and we'll go look after the calves. So just in the new shed now. Everybody's in lying down for the night. A few little coughs. Everyone seems okay. The calf Liv wants me to look at is in the other shed. So everybody looks okay. Joe and their cud seem happy enough. Yeah, everyone looks okay. So we'll be on over to the other shed. So just in the old shed, or the older calves, or whatever you want to call it, they're working away. They're fine. Looks fine. I can't remember, did I bed these this morning? I think it was this morning I bedded them. Fuck me, it's been a long day. The calf that Liv was on about seems fine. I can't see anything wrong with them. But yeah, that's grand. So now we go home and we see if Livy's still up. And if she's up, then I spend a few minutes with her. And if she's not, I go straight into editing videos. So yeah, that's what I'm doing next. And it is like 10 past 11 or whatever. It doesn't really matter what time it is. Time makes no difference to me anymore. So yeah, we'll be on over to the house. Tea time. Not right, Bertie? Yeah. So just after having me tea, Liv's gone to bed, so I gotta keep it quiet. And I'm just starting to edit the next video, video on ploughing. Well, it's just a ploughing video, just not a whole lot in it. Except for a lot of different shots, 3 days, breaking down twice. Yeah, it's going to take me a while, and it is 10 to 12. So yeah, I have about an hour and a half's work to get this done. So may get stuck into it so I can go to bed. So I was just